welcome back to another episode of Late Entry, hosted as always by RBF Kyle.
How we doing, everybody?
We got a special guest with us tonight. We got Money Matt,
What up, though?
and as always, your boy Double Dose. Got
Yeah.
a lot of football to talk about with you guys tonight. Going to talk about the Rams. Going to give you our NFL power rankings. Are the Jags wasting Travis Hunter? Joe Flacco to the Bengals. MVP way too early MVP picks. We've got a kind of funny story to talk about with Mark Sanchez, and then I finish every Wednesday with questions of the week and all due disrespect. So I want to start off by asking you guys, and we'll start with Kyle. Do you think the Rams are fake?
Do I think the Rams are fake? No, I do
After
not.
let me specify, after losing to the team with no starting receivers and a backup quarterback.
Right. Yeah. So they just lost to the 49ers, who were uh, Kyle Shanahan's first dream of a pick a couple years ago, and Christian McCaffrey versus the world, basically. So we had Mac Jones and Christian McCaffrey versus nobody. Kendrick Bourne, who Mac Jones has some rapport with, obviously, but you're not expecting that to be the difference maker in a game against the Rams, who are probably one of the top contenders in the NFC this year. I don't think this makes them frauds. I think this only lights the fire under the Rams, especially knowing McVay and the way he coaches his team. Is they kind of hit these lulls mid-season, and then they get closer to the postseason, they ramp up, they somehow win their division, or they somehow hit a wild card spot, and then next thing you know, they're the toughest team in the playoffs to compete with. So I don't think this says anything about the Rams, and I don't think it's going to mean anything come week 18. So, yeah, basically, no, the Rams aren't fake. Matt Stafford is legit. Their O-line is doing what they can. I think that Kyle Shanahan could just coach a monkey to run his offense, and he showed that.
Excuse me. Speaking of Matt, what you think?
No, I don't disagree with Kyle at all, man. I think they're not fake. I think the Rams are still a really good team. Obviously it was a tough loss, an unexpected loss against kind of some backups for San Francisco, but it just proves, like to Kyle's point, the importance of coaching, man. I think I saw a statistic. Didn't hasn't Kyle Shanahan beaten Sean McVay like 6 times in a row?
I think it's
Something
something
like
like
that.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think McVay and Shanahan play against each other so much. Those guys both know each other so well. Like as far as they're both the offensive play callers for their teams. Like they're both just so dialed into kind of what each other are trying to do that it's always a close game. It wasn't a blowout. It's not like they lost by 3 touchdowns. So I don't think they're fugazi. I think they're a field goal away from beating the defending Super Bowl champs. If they don't get that field goal blocked against the Eagles, they win that game too. I
Hmm.
mean, I just think it's unfair to say they're fake after, they lost that game off of a freaking absolute fluke play with a 350-pound man running the ball 70 yards the other direction. Like that's never happened. I've never seen that happen in all my years of watching football, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
have you seen a blocked field goal, a walk-off blocked field goal for a touchdown? No.
No.
And especially when they're in the position to actually go up and take the lead and win that game. I mean, that's a devastating loss. And then you follow that and you got to go to San Francisco. And yeah, and they overlooked them. They said, yeah, they got Purdy's out, they're not going to be ready, and they got whipped any given Sunday, man. That's the NFL. These teams are
Before I
good.
go, just want to say, if you in the chat, let us know what you think, because I know it's been a big topic on if they are or not. So let us know. I mean, I agree with you guys. We had talked either last week or the week before about how the Rams are basically the measuring stick in the NFC. Like, if you want to know if you're good or not, play the Rams. And it's just interesting. And we've talked about this before about just like you said, Matt, any given Sunday. This season, I feel like is the most um, like
It's been
the biggest
unpredictable.
example. The biggest example of the fact that it's any given Sunday. Like
Mhm.
basically any team can beat anybody. The Jags just beat the freaking Chiefs. Like, the Cowboys tied with the Packers, and it's insane. So I agree with you on that. What I do think is crazy is that the Rams can go out here one week and, like you said, almost beat the defending champs and then turn around and lose to a team with all backups. But there are a few things with that. First of all, I've been saying for a long time, and this goes back to my whole thing about Mac Jones not being a top 10 quarterback. Not Mac Jones, Brock Purdy not being a top 10 quarterback. Anybody you put in that system that has any amount of talent is going to look good. And so if you look decent already, you're going to look like a top 10 in that system specifically.
Mac Jones, didn't he throw for like 360 and 3 touchdowns? That guy was balling, man. I mean, give that guy some credit too. And like, he's no slouch either, man. I was just listening to your monologue from earlier this summer where you brought up Mac Jones as one of those quarterbacks in the backup position that could win some games, and he proved that he proved you right on that one. So
yeah, absolutely, especially with where he's at too. But the other thing is that someone pointed out, and I didn't even think about this until I had seen someone else say it. Those same receivers, minus Kendrick Bourne, that Mac Jones was playing with, Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl with. Sky Moore, Marcus Valdez-Scantling. There was one more I can't think of off the top of my head. Those were all the receivers that Mahomes won a Super Bowl with.
They're not a bunch of bums out there, man. They're NFL players, man.
But I think that it goes to the whole point of the Kyle Shanahan coaching of like, you're seeing like there was like a triple reverse like option or something like that they ran where like the one receiver got it, tossed the other receiver, toss it back to the quarterback, throw it downfield. Like you're just dialing up stuff to win.
Well, and they were basically using McCaffrey as a receiver too.
Absolutely.
You know, they had him split out wide a lot. Like they're using McCaffrey really well. Obviously, without their receivers, they have to do something, and he's their best player by far. They gotta figure out ways to get him the ball, and they're doing that. The 49ers are 4-1, Spence. Like,
yeah.
You know,
and I tried to say that too. I was like, I had said this earlier on a clip, and I got eaten up in the comments about how Mac was going to be just fine in there without Brock, and they were like, "Oh no, we can barely beat bad teams without Brock Purdy when we got Mac Jones." And I'm like, "Okay, y'all keep winning. That's all I see is that no matter who's behind the helm, y'all keep winning, but keep killing me for that."
Yeah.
Let me rephrase this question though and ask: are the Rams not fake? But who do you like out of the two to win the division? If the Niners can win with nobody, what happens when people start getting healthy? If they've already beaten the best team in their division?
I mean, I'll go first. I still think the Rams are my favorite in the division just because of the experience that they have. Just with Stafford at quarterback, like, yeah, he's got questions on his health on the back or whatever, but I just feel like, I don't know. It's just like Kyle said it, like come down the stretch, the Rams are going to figure it out. I feel like McVay's a hell of a coach. They've got a good coaching staff. And I just feel like they've got the edge a little bit on the talent side over the 49ers, like at the end of the day. And I mean, the 49ers don't have Bosa for the end of the for the whole season. Like, that's a huge blow to their defense. You're missing your edge rusher. So I just don't see them being able to get it done, against the Rams down the stretch.
Are you a little biased for the Rams because McVay looks like your little brother?
I mean, that could be a possibility. But if Cliff Kingsbury was there, like, then I would really think they were really just because that guy, that draft photo of him, bro, that's like Godfather vibes, man. I'll get there one day. But Kyle, McVay is a G, bro.
Oh, go ahead. Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm with Matt here. I give the Rams the edge. I don't know that they'll necessarily end up on top, but kind of similarly to what he was just saying here, like if I were going to pick those two in a playoff game against each other, give me Matt Stafford and McVay all day. And their experience, I don't care who the Rams or who the 49ers have at that point. When it's playoff crunch time against Shanahan, McVay is going to step up. I really believe that. So it might fall one way or the other. I'm going to put my money on the Rams right now. But, yeah, I mean, it's like you always say, like, if you had to pin them against each other again next week, who would you pick? I would pick the Rams, even though they just lost.
I don't disagree with either of you guys. So I'm going to leave it there. I just got a notification. I just want to know if you guys think this is a big deal or not. Adam Schefter just dropped a trade. Jaguars and the Browns just traded. So the Jags get cornerback Greg Newsome and the Jets 2026 sixth round pick. The Browns get Tyson Campbell and the Eagles 2026 seventh round pick. So they traded cornerbacks. Big
You
deal
just
or
said
no
the
deal?
Jets and the Jags and the Eagles, the Jets and the
Yeah.
Eagles. You just said like
No,
four
no.
different teams.
It's because they're trading other teams' picks.
Yeah.
The
Oh
Jags and the
yeah, yeah.
Browns,
Okay.
the Jags and the Browns traded cornerbacks, and they each got the
They
Jags
swapped
get the
picks.
yes, yep. The Jags get the Jets sixth round pick. The Browns get the Eagles seventh round pick.
All I know is Greg Newsome is a dog. So
Yeah, I don't understand the motivation of them to trade him away. I think the Browns
yeah,
are having a fire sale. The Browns are they're a mess. I think the Browns want to get as many draft picks as they can, and I don't know if they plan to build around Gabriel or Shador or what the fuck their plan is at quarterback, but they're a train wreck. Uh,
Tyson Campbell that they just got though, he's on a 4-year extension right now, so it's not like they
mhm,
got an expiring contract.
right. Well,
So
maybe they think he's a better player than Newsom, but I don't see that.
yeah, Greg
it's it,
Newsome is a dog.
it's interesting to see, yeah, someone trade two players at the same position. Like, you know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
Um,
swap picks.
straight up
yeah.
too. Yeah,
Okay. Let's not detour too far
I'd
with
say
that
that that's a
though.
win for the Jags, though. Frankly,
I would
they're
agree.
getting, and I mean, I don't know what a good game they won the other night on Monday night too. That was a fun game to watch and a fun finish with Trevor Lawrence stumbling and getting back up and going in for the win.
Man,
Yeah, that was
the
crazy.
stumble run. Talk
I
about a
think maybe
stumble
a good
bum. Look
question
how
is are the Jaguars for real? Like I don't know. They look decent. They beat the
I don't
Chiefs.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I just don't. There's another team that I don't trust too that we're going to talk about as well, but I trust the Jags even less than this other team. Um, but that's just me. And maybe I'm tripping. I know they're 4-1 right now. Maybe I'm slow to see the signs. There's certain teams I feel like have that stink, and you're like, you know what? I gotta see it before I believe it. And the Jags are one of them. But that actually leads us into our power rankings. So Matt, you want to give us 5 through 1 your teams?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna surprise you guys with some of these, a couple of them, I think. But number five, man, I got the Colts in there, man. I
Yes,
think the
sir.
Colts are blowing people out, man. You just look at the tape, and their offensive line is pushing people around. Their defensive line is getting pressure. They're whipping people's butts, man. They're definitely an impressive team, and I'm really happy for Daniel Jones, man. I love seeing people that have just been written off, or especially that you get drafted into New York, just a terrible media city where they're going to throw dirt on your name unless you're winning Super Bowls every year. You're trash. Like that's kind of how New York and Philly are against their people, man, which is awful. But it's nice to see him have success, and I hope he continues it, man. I really do want to see them do well. Um, and then at number four, I got the Bucks. I think Tampa Bay is playing good football. I think Baker Mayfield's playing as good as anybody. I think at the quarterback spot, and that Abuka is a real deal. That guy's just playing lights out. They're going to get Mike Evans back soon. Godwin's going to be back in the fold. Bucky Irving looks great. They're going to be a force, man. Todd Bowles blitzes like 90% of the time on defense, so they're fun to watch. They're either going to get pressure or they're going to give up a touchdown. So I think the Bucks are number four. I think they can give anybody a good ball game. And then I think I have the Bills at number three. Obviously, everybody knows they've got Josh Allen, and a really good team. And then I got they're coming off a tough loss too, though. I watched that Patriots game, and the Patriots took it to them, man. The Patriots definitely took them down a notch. I think the Bills were at number two or number one last week, so. And then Eagles, I still have at number two. I think they're still they're going to be a tough team. They're going to be a tough out. If they can figure out an offensive coordinator that calls some run plays, they're going to win some games, man. They totally gave that game away to Denver. That was an absolute abomination in coaching. Like, you got a 2 touchdown lead in
Oh
the
yeah.
fourth quarter, run the ball. They ran the ball like 5 times or something in the second half. I mean, they should be embarrassed at that. And then at number one, I got our Lions, Kyle. Like, They look solid. They're coming off, two tough wins against the Browns are a tough team, man. We just saw the Browns beat the Packers the week before, and then we handed a 2 or 3 touchdown, win to the over the Browns. And it's hard to beat teams by 3 touchdowns in the NFL. And we beat the Bengals up pretty good. Yeah, they had a backup quarterback, but we picked them off 3 times. And you take out that bomb to Chase, and an amazing catch by him also. Like you take 14 points out of it. That was another 4 touchdown win. We took our eyes off it a little bit, but it hurts to lose Arnold and DJ Reed for a bit, but those guys are coming back down the stretch. They said Arnold's injury isn't as bad as it is originally kind of thought earlier. So I got the Lions at number one, and I'm biased. I'll just come out and say it, but I really feel like
Um,
we got as good a shot as anybody, man. We could line up against anybody. I love watching the Lions play ball right now too, man. Like they're so well coached. Like if you watch them in the 2 minute drill, like the entire team just runs up, lines up. They're all ready to go. They all know where they're supposed to be, and it's a testament to the coaching staff and really Dan Campbell, man. The way he's been able to just maintain that level of attention to detail and maintain that standard when you lost your 2 guys, you lost your 2 right hand men in your system, to be able to kind of maintain that. And I think week 1 was our preseason game. Like, yeah, it was a tough loss for us, but I can't wait to see that fucking Packers game on Thanksgiving, man.
Mm.
So I think you line us up against anybody, we got a shot.
I want to go next just because I have almost the exact same list as you, Matt. The only thing that I have switched is I have the Eagles at 3 and Buffalo at 2.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe in
funny.
Josh Allen more than I believe in Jalen Hurts, and that's really all it comes down to. And I understand that there's better weapons on the Eagles, but Jalen Hurts got to know how to use them, and that has been an issue so far. So at least this season. So yeah, I've got the same thing. I got Colts, Tampa, Eagles, Buffalo, Lions, and for all the same reasons that you said. So I don't want to
Yeah,
double
I'm
repeat
glad
what
we
you said,
agree.
but yep, right on there.
Pretty much.
Kyle,
So funny enough, as the homer here, I have a couple of different picks. I have 49ers 5 solely because I think Kyle
they
Shanahan
won't
could
die.
coach a bag of bricks to a championship. So it doesn't freaking matter what's going on in there. He's gonna win games. I got Bucks 4, Eagles 3. I actually wrote the Lions at 2 solely because we got beat by the Bills the last time we faced them. So I was just kind of like if I were gonna pick the 2 teams against each other, Josh Allen still picked our defense apart. That being said, our defense last year is so especially week 13, 14, no Anzo, no Hutch.
Yeah, bro. Like
Uh,
I can't even
it
remember
was
the
way
linebacker
different.
we had
It
out
was
there trying to
way
cover
different.
Ty Johnson. They just
But
kept getting
he
burned.
and he picked us apart last year. Lamar picked us apart 2 years ago. And what did we do to Lamar this year? Right? We've kind of started to figure out how to stop the mobile quarterbacks now under Shep. So I do think they might win it, but I did give the edge to the Bills here, even though they had a tough loss this last week. And hearing you guys, I almost wanted to frickin' put a little reverse on because I was just like, man, Matt's right. The Lions have won. Like they've won the games they were supposed to win, but they won them by substantial amounts. They like 2, 3 touchdowns. I mean, the Bills have won some big games, but
the
they
reason
had a comeback win against against the Ravens, who we found out was a fraudulent defense. They almost lost to the Dolphins, who suck. Yeah, and now they
Yeah.
lost to the Patriots, who I know had a lot of revenge on their mind through the whole franchise, but and it kind of has always been a weak point for Josh Allen, but like I don't know. Yeah,
bless
if
you.
What
I
I
if
love,
I'm
the reason why, and I don't hate your 49ers pick at number 5. I really don't. I mean, they're always going to be there with Kyle Shanahan, and they've got so many people hurt right now, and they're still 4-1. Like Kittle's out, Ayuk's out, Jawan Jennings is out. Like they're playing with backups and still at the top of the division. So um But the thing I love about the Lions right now, and I think this matters when it comes to actually winning games, and I think this matters when it comes to the results, is they're having fun, man. I don't watch any other team that's having fun and playing together like those guys, and really cheering each other on, like when somebody makes a play, and like the way the defense is celebrating all their turnovers right now, man. These guys are sitting in their position room saying, "What do we want to do this week? Let's play duck duck goose when we get a turnover." Like that's the type of stuff that I love to see, and I think that really is, like I said, it just speaks to the culture Campbell's been building there since he got there, bro. Like it's all about having fun with it. Like you have to have a way to make it like fun, and it's a game. They're playing a game at the end of the day, like. And you
Mm-hmm.
can tell that they just find the right character people that just love football, that just want to win. You got JMO out there that gets 2 catches on the opening drive and gets nothing the rest of the game, but he's blocking his ass off so Demo can break long runs. Like that's just the team we got, man, and we're gonna be a tough out.
The
Mm-hmm.
reason that I have the Lions over the Bills is because of the teams, I would say the entire teams in the NFL, there's only two teams that punish bad teams, and it's the Colts and it's the Lions. And I can't believe I'm saying the Colts with Daniel Jones at quarterback. But if you were a bad team and the Colts play you, they're putting fucking 40 on you. Like they're
Yeah.
letting you know that you should not be on the same field with us. And the only other team that does that, and I know small asterisk next to the Bengals this week, but I mean, finally Browning remembered that he could throw to his these two all-world receivers. But
I think the Bills don't scare me, man. I mean, they really
they
don't. I
play
think it
down.
they I watched them they got whooped by the Patriots. The Patriots pushed them around on offensive. They ran the ball well. Drake May did not throw a touchdown pass or run for a touchdown because I got him in fantasy. He didn't do shit at the end of the day in fantasy, but they won the game because
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen has to be Superman MVP perfect for the Bills to win, especially
Yes.
against good teams. So if Josh Allen is not Super Bowl MVP and perfect Superman, the Bills don't scare me. And yeah, he's like that maybe 90% of the time, but he's gonna have his moments where he fumbles the ball or throws a pick, and he's human too. So and I feel like the Lions don't need Jared Goff to go run around and be Superman. They just need
Thank
him to
you.
play within the system.
Thank
It's
you.
because we have the team around him that will support him. You know.
I
And
agree
he's and
100%.
he's gonna be as accurate as anybody else in the NFL too when it
Bro,
comes his
Goff
time.
doesn't get any
He's
credit, man. Like
gonna
we love him, we
he's
chant his
gonna
name,
step up.
but yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for Goff to have his moment too, man. Because like I was talking
Hmm.
about Daniel Jones earlier, Goff has the same narrative. Was just discarded. He was an afterthought in that Stafford trade.
And he
Do you
And
just
think
he just officially started more games as a Lion than he did as
and
a Ram.
Iran.
So he is officially a Detroiter.
do you think
Uh,
that people thought that Goff was as bad when he got traded as they thought Daniel Jones was?
yeah, when
Yes,
he
I think
got traded,
Goff.
yes.
Yes, I think
It
Goff was
was it
written
was
off by 99% of the NFL.
it was
31 of the
all
teams would
about
not have
like
given him a shot.
and everybody was saying if Goff doesn't perform in in the remainder of his contract, he's going to be out of the NFL. Or he better perform his ass off even though the Lions suck so he can get a new contract somewhere else
Yeah,
cuz it's not going
and
to be
he
with the Lions.
in
Like
his
that's
first
all
year,
everybody was saying.
in all fairness, he was awful in his first
Yeah, that
year.
first year
But
he was not great. No.
yeah, I feel like I could talk about the Lions all night, bro. But
Those were
it gets me
some bad
excited.
days for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, he had St. Brown, Quintez Cephas, and St. Brown was obviously as young as he was just figuring out the offense. He
yeah,
was the bright spot of the whole season, right?
yeah. No,
Which
the
is
team was
why we
terrible
have what we
around
have.
him.
But yeah,
I don't even think they had
Quintez
Sewell at that point.
Cephas, we didn't have Josh Reynolds even. Like we didn't have
No.
anybody, dude. It was we had Tom Kennedy was our wide receiver 3. That's how you
Yeah,
know we're down bad.
yeah.
Oh my god. Um, let's keep it pushing. Matt, you want to talk to us about the Jaguars and Travis Hunter?
Oh man, I've been dying to talk about this one, man. I think the Jaguars are absolutely ruining that young man's talent, bro. I think Travis Hunter has the best instincts, I've seen in a football player in a long time. I really think he's a generational talent, man. The guy won the Heisman Trophy playing both ways. But here's why I think the Jaguars are absolutely ruining his talent. It's the way they're utilizing him. You're trying to play him for 40 snaps on defense and 40 snaps on offense. Like the guy doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. And I think in the NFL, it doesn't work. Like he's not at Colorado anymore playing against USC. Like he's playing against, the NFL players. Like he's not gonna be his athleticism is not going to be the differentiator. And he's so smart and he's such a good like football mind. I feel like they either need to pick one way or the other. And if it were me, if I were the GM and the coach, I'd say let's put him at cornerback and make him a shutdown corner, and let's throw him in the slot in situations on offense, and let's let him catch 30, 40 passes this season, right? Let's put him in 4 or 5 times a game when it's 3rd down and 4 and we need to get 5 yards. Let's let him run a stick route and get open and go get us a first down, because that's the type of stuff that he does. Like he's not a deep threat. He's not going to run outside all the way down the field and just go catch lob passes. He's like 5'10", right? But I think at the end of the day, the young man has immense amounts of talent, and if they were to put him at one position or the other, it's going to give him the opportunity to blossom. If they keep trying to use him this way, I think he's never going to really be able to get into a rhythm, and also never get the specialized and direct coaching and the reps that he's going to need to become an elite cornerback or wide receiver. I feel like he's just going to have a mediocre career if unless he gets to a good team that actually says, all right, we're going to specialize you. We want you to be our lockdown corner, or we want you to be our slot receiver. Like I feel like they're just going to squander his talent and just be another just sad story about a guy that could have been, something great. But there's a lot of Heisman winners too that success doesn't always translate to the NFL. But I think Hunter can definitely do it. But I feel like the Jaguars coaching staff and the Jaguars ownership and the management team there is absolutely wasting his talent by just trying to pull him all over the place, man. I mean, have you ever had a job where you had a lot of responsibilities?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
you have.
Yes. Right. And
Yep.
and it's like at what point do you feel like, okay, where am I putting my effort? And it's like, do I want to be the best wide receiver or do I want to be the best cornerback? How conflicting is this for that young man, Travis Hunter, trying to be the best human and the best athlete he can be right now? Like,
I agree with you. The one thing I want to ask you before I get into it further is when you're talking about playing him on a handful of snaps on offense, does that get predictable then? Like for example, with the
no,
Ravens,
because
if
you
you
can use
take
him
it,
as a decoy.
but
You can run
okay,
him in motion and you know what I mean? Put him on the field. They're gonna say, okay, watch 12, and then you throw it to Brian Thomas. Then you throw it to, Etienne, you throw it to somebody else. You can use them so many different ways. And
okay,
I was actually looking at it earlier. There's only been a handful of players in the NFL over the last 40, 50 years that have played both ways. Dion was actually the only one that actually like made an impact both
hmm,
ways. Dion was the best corner I've ever seen play. Like people didn't even try to throw at him. Like it was not even an option for
right,
opposing teams to throw at Dion. It just didn't happen. So he basically just cut off a quarter or half the field every time he played. And then, running back punts, he scored a fair amount of touchdowns. And I think his best season, he caught 36 passes for 450 yards on offense.
oh wow, yeah,
So I mean, that's not large production by any means, right? That's what, 2.5 catches a game, you
He
know.
he does say Travis is better though. He says Travis is better than he was. So if there's somebody that's
I
gonna get you
don't,
50,
and that's the other thing to me too, is like this young man got coached by the best cornerback to ever do it in college. Like, why would you not let him just go be a shutdown corner? I also feel like that's almost harder to find than a really good slot wide receiver. Like
mm,
But
a
according to
shutdown
Liam
corner is worth a
Cohen, he's a
lot.
better receiver than he is a corner and on the NFL level. And
Well,
that
then
catch he
let
made in double coverage the other day was kind of an example of
that
like
was awesome.
his
The guy's got
confidence is there. Whereas I feel like at corner it's not necessarily there.
that's
So
because he's
it's
not getting
so
enough
hard.
reps.
I agree with you. I agree. He needs to be. It needs to be like 75-25, 75 defense, 25 offense, and like put him in packages, put him in 30 snaps a game, 20, 25 snaps a game on offense, and then make him one of your lockdown corners. I do agree with that. But I think what they're doing with especially with this rookie season, is they're really feeling him out. Like they're real. Like I think Liam Cohen is gonna lock this in and like make it a lot more of a defined role.
Because I think
do
what
too.
they're doing right now.
Because if it doesn't, I think you're right. If he doesn't define his role of like, hey, you're our corner for XYZ and you're a wide receiver for ZYX. If he doesn't lay that out specifically and get that going, it's going to be bad news bears for.
Well, I'm watching the snap count, and they're like altering it week to week. It's like, okay, you ran 40 on offense this week, 20 on defense. Then they flip flop it the next week. It just seems to me like there's no plan. It's like, what are you guys just throwing them out there? Hey, Trav, go make a play. Like, it just seems like there's no coaching, there's no plan. There just seems to be very little vision for what they want from him. And I think that's, I respect your point for sure of like, hey, let's feel him out and let's see where he can be successful. But I think we know he'll be successful either way. Just let him go one or the other. The NFL is not 40-40. It ain't gonna work. Let the young man, dedicate himself to one element of the craft or the other. Either way, like he's gonna be so good because he knows how the cornerbacks are trying to position themselves when he's running routes. So if he's got an option route and you're on the inside, okay, I'm going outside, and vice versa as a corner. Like he knows the route tree for all those wide receivers and what they're going to try to do. So he can anticipate all that. And I think it's just so silly that the way that they're using him is just doesn't make any sense to me, man. And I really hope that they just find one position for that guy and sprinkle him in. I don't even think you should. It's almost like they're trying too hard to just say, yeah, we're using them both ways. It ain't college. Just let them be great at one or the other, and stop trying to.
Was the big thing that they were saying when he came out though, was like a lot of the talking heads were saying like, if you don't use him both ways, you're wasting him as a talent. And I don't agree with that. I mean, that's just what a lot of people were saying. They were like, only get him if you're going to play him both ways.
Really?
But I mean,
I disagree with that.
A lot of talking heads were saying that. I'm saying. I mean, to me, I think that it's like, the whole saying is like, jack of all trades, master of none. I think there's a level of arrogance to think that like, okay, I'm going to go against people who do this professionally every single day. I'm going to give it half of my effort on each side of the ball, and I'm going to be as good as both sides. Yeah. Like, right. If you want to be great at something, you've got to give that one thing all of your attention all of the time.
Well, and I don't think there's a more specialized profession than professional football, man. It's 100% technique and training and skill and just experience. Like it doesn't just happen, bro. Like, it takes that's practice. We talking about practice.
The one thing I will say is that the skills are, from what I've heard from former players, are very similar. Like when I've heard from DB say is you're running the routes in reverse. Yes. So now you're running the routes each way.
Exactly.
So it's not like you're playing running back and playing safety.
That's fair.
But
not to make a homer take here, but Kirby Joseph has a shit ton of interceptions this year. Former wide receiver. All I'm saying.
He's got hands, bro.
He's got hands. He knows how to predict routes. He knows how to jump them. And
I agree. I think, man, the guy could be really, really great either way. But I think the way that he's being used right now, he's just going to be good. Like, and maybe even less than good.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was like Kyle was saying, where they're just kind of feeling which one is better and then maybe lock in there. But
maybe I think next year, though.
I think he wants to play both ways too, which is like maybe where you need a coach that's going to say like, right.
And I also, here's the thing, man. Like, you're not going to play 1,000 snaps in the NFL, man. Like, don't do it.
I think he wants to. Like, that's the craziest part. Like, he definitely
coaches got to save him from themselves.
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. But sometimes people got to protect him from himself, man. Yeah. It's not about what he wants. It's about what's right and what the team needs and how he's going to help them win the most.
He ain't going to go play baseball in the offseason like Dion did. Like,
no. Dion did that shit in the middle of the game. He did that.
If he was on the Lions, damn well Dan Campbell don't play both sides, though.
Oh,
that's crazy ass.
Yes, but I think Dan
Dan Campbell would have forced his ass one way or the other. He would have been
Dan
Yes.
ready.
Campbell won't pull his starters
I
out up
think
40.
I think Dan Campbell would have sprinkled him in
Nah,
some packages on offense, like I said, and
it
probably
would have
largely
been
used him as
mostly
a
defense.
decoy.
Yes.
I really think that they would have found some creative way to wrinkle him into the offense for 4 or 5 plays a game. That's all you really need, man. He's a great athlete. Yes, he'll get open and he'll catch the ball, but let him be
Especially
great
shit.
at one or the other. That's my point. That's my
You got
message.
J-Mo, you got St. Brown, and you got him, and then you got Leaf
That would have
running
been
a go
sick.
route. Oh man, it's over. Yeah,
But
that
I'll
would
tell
have
you
been
another
Um,
sick.
rookie I'm excited about is Tesla, man. That guy, I'd love to see. I can't wait to see him get more playing time. That kid's going to be an electric player for us too, man.
Yeah,
lot of good young talent in the NFL this year. A lot of good rookies making plays.
absolutely.
that man Tesla finally caught a pass with 2 hands.
Two
Did you see?
touchdowns,
Did you
two
see
touchdowns, four
the?
total hands caught on three
Did you see the
catches.
the wide receivers coach that was talking about that after one of their wins?
No, what'd he say?
They were One of the reporters asked him. They were like, "Just so does Salah have pretty good hands? Like it's pretty amazing these catches he's making." And the coach was like, "Well, I think he has one good hand. I really haven't seen. I don't know
I've
about
seen that other
hands.
one.
He has a good hand. It's
Hey,
just
it's true.
singular. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then
That's
it's just
funny.
like they always got to push him to do a little more. It's like get both hands on it now.
Yes,
Uh,
St. Brown told him if he went through the whole season catching everything one-handed, he'd buy him a car. And the Lions immediately were like, hey. Like it
stop.
started getting on an infringement thing with like the gambling and all that. Like they
Yeah,
were
just be
like, no,
careful
no,
with
no, no,
that.
no, don't do that.
Right. That's so funny.
um, all right, I got some shit I want to get off my chest.
Oh boy.
This is to all of the Bengals fans. I was right. I was right. I was right. I told y'all needed to trade for another quarterback. I said get Kirk. I said get Jameis. And everyone told me I was tripping and that Jake Browning was amazing. And I sat on here and I said, I want to see how many games we get into this experiment before upstairs says, all right, we're done with this. The answer, I believe, was 4 games. Now, over the course of these 4 games, they lost every single one of them. Jake Browning threw for 757 passing yards, 6 passing touchdowns, 8 interceptions. 8 interceptions. I'm watching
He
him against
almost
the
passed
Lions.
Geno Smith for the record
He
That's
on the
two a
season.
he
game. That's pretty
he
good,
he
right?
thought that he was what's his name? Josh Allen against the Lions, trying to run out of bounds and throw into double coverage. Terrible decision making. And so now there's no Kirk, there's no Jameis coming, and y'all have lost 4 straight games. And at this point, the season's probably over. But don't worry, the savior is coming. Joe Flacco.
Joe Cooler.
What you think about this, Matt?
I mean, I bet you can still sling it up over the mountains. That guy can still throw it. I just hope the fucking I really hope the Bengals kind of work on their pass protection because I mean
They can
if
retire him.
yeah, I was gonna say if a young Joe Burrow can't stay healthy behind that offensive line, I don't think a 42-year-old Joe Flacco is gonna be very good back there either, man. I think they got way bigger problems than what Joe Flacco is gonna solve. And no disrespect to Flacco, the guy can still throw, man. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's had a great career, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's 42 years old too, man. Like, he ain't Tom Brady, man. Like, he ain't gonna go win him a Super Bowl. And the Bengals got big problems, man. They got so much money tied up in 2 players that only catch the ball. Uh, so, I mean,
Yeah.
they need somebody to block, they need somebody to run it, they need somebody to throw it, and they need a defense, and they really have none of those other things. So the Bengals are in deep doo doo, in my opinion, and Flacco is not going to solve it.
Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, similarly to what he just said there, good points there, Matt. I don't think Flacco is your prodigal son. I don't think he's gonna get you home. Um, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to ride. You know, maybe Joe Flacco hits. I think I even said this when he went back to the Browns before the season started, but like maybe Joe Flacco hits his second Browns win where he does some things he was not expected to do by any means. The
I mean, how
funniest
many?
part about this is Joe Flacco beat the Packers 2 weekends ago.
I was
And
gonna
now
say
Joe
this.
Flacco gets to
And
go
he plays
face
them
the
again.
Packers the first week he's a Bengals quarterback. So I hope to God, I mean, there's no way the Packers only put up 10 points against the Bengals defense, but I hope to God that Flacco can be the Lions' best friend and just be the freaking Packers crusher this season.
I'll cry.
I
Losing to Joe
think,
Flacco 2 times in one season.
how many times did the Lions sack Flacco when we played them? Didn't we sack him like 7 times?
Oh, 6 times? Yeah, something
6
like
times?
that. Yeah.
Like, dude, like, and I also think the Bengals just would have been better off, like, frankly, tanking the season. Like, I really don't understand the trade. Like,
Well, they probably still are.
It
well,
was for a
probably-
6th or a
Flacco-
7th. It was for a 6th
Flacco
or a
isn't
7th.
giving them.
so they gave
I mean,
up, but
it's a
they gave
long
up a
shot.
6th-round pick that you could have used for something else. Dude, there's
Sure,
6th-round
sure.
picks that are making plays right now this year in the NFL. Like, look at Krosky
I
Merritt.
agree.
He wasn't Krosky Merritt a fucking 7th-round pick for the Commanders? Like,
How do I convince, as the coach and the GM and the owner, how do I convince my team to go out there and play every week like that? How do I get Jamar Chase? How do I get Hendrickson? How do I get T. Higgins? All of them. How do I get you to go out there and play? And your quarterback has thrown 8 interceptions.
I mean, put somebody else in the
You-
game, bro. Sign
put-
a
you
free agent. Like,
you
get
put
somebody
3
else out
points
there
on
if you
What
really.
they did.
They scored
Joe
3
Flacco
points
might
against
as well have
Denver.
been one.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about the Joe Flacco thing, right? Joe Flacco has now played for 3 of the 4 teams in that division. He's been a Raven, he's been a Brown, and now
Brown,
he's
not
going to be
Bengal.
a Bengal. Yeah, that's insane. I think he's the only player
And I
this
also
century
just
to
think,
have done
like,
that.
the mid-season quarterback trade, you're going to just throw a new quarterback that was in a completely different system and a completely different offense last week, and you're just going to expect them to go out there Sunday and go run your offense. I mean, granted, you can lob it up to Jamar Chase, right? But
That's the offense. That's the offense.
Yeah.
Find
I mean,
Jamar.
that's
But-
exactly, yeah. So
they can't run the ball. They have no running game. Chase Brown has been one of the biggest fantasy football disappointments, this year. Like, the guy has not been able to get any running game established because their offensive line sucks. It's just
Well,
being
also
frank.
you don't respect the pass either.
No.
If you can make them respect the pass, you can run more.
We've seen better out of Jake Browning in the past too. Like, we've seen better
Right.
performances out of him in relief in previous years. So
that's the
I
part
really
why I was very on the Jake Browning bandwagon. Like, I was against Spencer because of this. Because I was like, Jake Browning has an established part in this offense. He knows the system. He's going to be able to do this. Like, why would you trade for and go sell the house? But he's shown us in 4 games. Yeah, 8 interceptions and 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. That ain't cutting it.
Thank you.
I mean, he
Chad,
battled back against the Lions. I mean, he didn't quit. The guy kept slinging it, man. To his credit, bro. Like, he made some bad throws, but he didn't quit. I just feel like here's at the end of the day, like, the level of drop off between Jake Browning to Joe Flacco is not that great. I just don't think it moves the needle at all for them.
What's funny is that when it first happened, I had said, now this will never happen because it's in the division. But what if the Bengals traded for Shador? That would have been what I wanted to see. But I was like, that'll never happen. The Browns will never trade with the Bengals. Okay.
I feel so bad for Shador Sanders, bro. Like, I really do, man. I feel like that guy has a ton of talent too, but just because of who his father is, he's never going to get a chance, man.
Real quick, I want to say we have Chad in the chat. He said Flacco got cribs all over the USA.
He probably does, bro.
Matt, that's Chad, the Chad that you know.
Oh, what up, Chad? My guy.
Yep.
That's funny as fuck.
No, Flacco's he's had a good career, man. Definitely the journeyman quarterback. And I could be completely full of crap, and who knows? The Bengals could win the next 4 games with Flacco. I don't see it happening.
I think that he gives them a better chance of winning than Brownie does. I think significantly more than I think that you think that he does. I just hope he doesn't get retired behind that line. I think that what I really would have wanted to see was Jameis. Jameis can move a little bit.
Jameis or Kirk Cousins, bro. I feel like Kirk Cousins is like wasting away on Atlanta's bench, bro.
Bro,
I would love to see Kirk Cousins out there slinging it again.
The day that it happened,
man, the day it happened, being proven right.
The day it happened, came out here, I said trade.
Yeah, bro, they
Trey
should have.
Hendrickson. Trade Trey Hendrickson to the
I don't know if
Lions.
I would have traded my edge rusher for him, but I would have. I
He's
would have
not. The
traded for
defense
Cousins.
sucks. The defense sucks. Trade
So if you're
Hendrickson
you're,
for
you're trading away your whole defense
So make
for a
him
quarterback,
worse.
you're
for
what's the
Cousins.
for a quarterback that's almost 40 years old, you're trading away your
We're-
edge rusher?
They're not going to keep him. He's on a 1-year deal. You
Yeah.
already said that they have financial issues. They're not going to keep him. Get rid of him. Open that cap up. Make the Falcons pay half.
They could
Bring Kirk
franchise
in
him next
there.
year though. I mean, they could find a way to keep Hendrickson. I think they'd
But
be
if you
foolish to
franchise-
get rid of him.
If you franchise him, you've got to pay him that amount, and that goes up
Yeah.
every year. You're just 1
So
year.
it's
They're on a.
basically
He's a one.
40 mil. Yeah.
He's on a 1-year rental right
year.
now. He'd be a 1-year rental the next year. They still have financial issues. What are they gonna? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something's got to give eventually. And the
He's
something was
easily
supposed to be
their
T. Higgins.
he's easily their best player though. I just feel like that would be suicide to get rid of him.
Best player or best defensive player?
Best defensive player. Sure.
Okay.
I would say Chase is their best player for sure, but
Chad said, "What's up, Matt?"
my guy.
All right. Let's hit these. Let's do this quickly. Let's hit the way too early MVP rankings. Kyle, why don't you start?
Yes, sir.
5-1.
All right. 5-1. I got honorable mention.
Okay.
James Cook. Guy is dogging it up out there. You never know. He could hit a 2K season and put himself in the top 5 conversation. Number 5, similar reason. Amon-Ra
Okay.
St. Brown.
Oh.
All
Okay.
day, consistency. Probably won't win it unless Jared Goff somehow does. You know, they're both probably getting written off by basically the next 2 out of the next 3 picks, or maybe 3 out of the next 4 picks. Next up, based on how everybody's playing this year and Lamar being out, I got Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
After that, Daniel Jones, baby. Why not? He's got the rushing ability. Like, come on, give me Danny Dimes. Number 2, my boy, JG, 16, right here.
That's crazy.
You never know.
That is
The Lions go
awful.
16-1. He's got a chance. That's the only chance he has.
Boo.
Yeah, because he gets so much disrespect, like Matt and I were saying earlier. Whatever.
Matt
no
literally
one's ever
said
going to give him.
Matt said they
No
don't
one's
need him to be
ever going to give
Superman.
him the respect he deserves. Yeah, he's not going to be Superman, but he's not going to get the respect he deserves either. He's not going to be Superman in the way with his legs, but he is Superman with his arm. I mean, the way he puts that shit in the right spot all the time. Anyways, number 1, obviously, Josh Allen. Fight with me, Spence.
All I'm gonna say is this: we have all 3 of us Lions fans. Matt just said earlier on this episode, he doesn't have to be Superman. He just has to run the offense. This motherfucker is the Tom Brady of game managers. He's not an MVP. He's got too many weapons that are utilized every game to be an MVP.
Spence, I mean, to be honest, bro, if he puts up the statistics, if he puts up the numbers, and the Lions are the best team in the NFL, I wouldn't be shocked, and I think he'd deserve it. I mean, but it really comes down to the statistics for me with him. Like if he's balling out and throwing 3 touchdowns a game the rest of the way, and 250, 300 yards a game, hell yeah, he's in the MVP conversation. But if we win out and still are the best in the league, but he's throwing 200 yards a game and 1 touchdown a game, then obviously it's more of a balanced offensive thing, and that's going to show. I think
And
it'll
my
come
big
out in those numbers. It
My
just
big
depends
thing
on how
too,
defenses play us too.
and everybody wants to talk as soon as Jared Goff has success, they want to talk about how good David Montgomery had this game, how good Jahmyr Gibbs' game was. They don't want to talk about how good that pass was by Jared Goff. You know, so he gets so much disrespect for shit that he does right all game, and then the second he has 2 picks in 1 game, we eat his neck up. You know, we just go crazy on him because he's
When
not
he's
making
such
a
a rhythm
difference.
player. Like
He
when he's
is.
hot, he's as hot as anybody. And I'll think, dude, he's honestly, as far as pocket passers go, I don't think there's one better in the NFL. I think he's probably the
Joe
most
Burrow.
accurate.
Joe Burrow.
I'd say
Yeah.
they're close. Yeah.
I feel like Goff is even more accurate and just more of just a precision passer than Burrow too, though. I think Burrow's better at like the deep ball and like better at those splashy plays. But I think as far as just like the knowing where you got to throw it before the snap and that anticipation, like when he throws the ball, more than likely it's going where he wants it to go. Like you don't see him sailing passes often or just missing people that are open. Like let me
And
knock on wood, because
he's still
but
the least sack quarterback this season. And that's
and
with
he's playing
three
well.
new interior offensive linemen.
I mean, you look at
Like
How
some
that's
of the
not
games he
all
had
on the O
last
line.
year. Like didn't he have a game last year with a perfect passer rating? Like
Yeah, he had 2 games last year, and I think he's had 1 this year with
he
perfect
had a
passer
game
rating.
last year we didn't throw an incompletion. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the guy is a top-notch quarterback, man. Give him his flowers.
I'm
Quit being
not
a
trying to
hater,
turn this
Spence.
into I'm not trying to turn this into a Jared Goff hate fest. I love him. That's our quarterback. I'm
Hey,
just
Jared Goff.
uh,
Jared Goff.
Hey,
Jared Goff.
Matt,
Let's
who's
get
on
the
your
chant
list?
going. My list
5 to
actually
1.
is pretty much I don't have Jared Goff on it.
Huh.
damn.
But
Interesting.
I do have kind of a
That's
surprise.
because of the damn national media.
I have
Go
a couple
ahead.
surprises on here though. I do have one lion on here. Um, but I have Baker at number 5. I think he's just playing lights out, man. The guy is another quarterback that's he's had a journey through the NFL, right? But he's throwing it as well as anybody. Love the way he just plays without any fear, and the way he leads his team. Number 4, I have Mahomes. I think if you take him away from the Chiefs, like they're 1-4, maybe 0-5. I think without him being there this to start this season, they'd be in a terrible, terrible spot. And then he's just Mahomes. Ahead of Mahomes, I have St. Brown. I got St. Brown at number 3. Um, I mean, that's based on the touchdown catches he's got so far this year, and just how consistent he is, how clutch he is. He's another one, man. I just does not get enough respect. Just the guy is such a technical master at his craft, and works harder than anybody. Just is just plays with this enormous chip on his shoulder every week, man. I love St. Brown, and again just what he means to the Lions. I think uh, Jared Goff goes as St. Brown goes. That's really
Mm-hmm.
if they're dialed in and if they're able to connect, Goff's going to find everybody else from there. Oh, I got a timeout. I got to stop.
How on earth are you guys going to make an MVP argument for Jared Goff? And you say that about you both have St. Brown on your list. You say Jared Goff goes and St. Brown goes. Jared Goff is not in the MVP conversation.
I
Play.
just feel like they're like St. Brown is like the pace setter for the offense, man. Like when they get him involved early and often, like they do well.
Yes.
They're going to win. But
Tom Brady
Saint,
didn't not win MVP because he had Randy Moss on his offense, dude. I don't understand what
yeah,
your argument is there.
St. Brown
Like, yes, he
is
has a
also
great
needs
wide
somebody to throw
receiver.
him the ball.
They've
And
established this connection. Like Jared Goff has been a
yes,
big part of establishing that
that's
connection
it.
and making St.
It's the
Brown
connection
into
they
what
have.
he is now, man. Like for you to be like, oh yeah, I give all the credit to everybody but Jared Goff is insane at this point, man. You've seen it for 4 or 5 years. Like you got to give him some respect at this point.
The
Sorry,
point
Matt.
of
Go
an
ahead.
the
No,
point
you're
of an
good.
MVP.
No. Let Matt go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So I got St. Brown in there too. But I feel like Jared Goff could be interchangeable. Like he probably could be number 6, number 7 for me. Like right up there with Mahomes, right up there with Baker Mayfield right now. Like I don't know. I just don't understand why you're so averse to putting him at least in the conversation. But I'll move on and let you have your due. I have Dak Prescott at number 2. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think the Cowboys are obviously like going to go win the Super Bowl this year, but that guy is just playing lights out. He's throwing the backup receivers too, and I think if you take him off the Cowboys again, it's going to be like they're 0-5. But I just really like the way he's playing right now and the way he's kind of leading that team. And then at number 1, I do have Josh Allen too. Just you take him off the Bills, they're 500, man. They're not anywhere near where they are, and the way he's actually playing to start the season too. Like he's played some really great ball games against the Ravens, um, and I think he had another pretty big game in there too. So I still have Josh Allen at number one, but I mean, if the Lions go all the way, we could put Jared Goff there.
I said attaboy, Kyle. I'm
Yeah,
always
Chad.
up against it with the thing. Look, I'm not gonna. We can save the rest of the golf thing for later. But all I want to say for this, and that's the last thing I'll say about it. When I evaluate my MVPs, I think about, and Matt, you said it a few times. If you took this player off of the team, how would they still do? And I just think that the Lions specifically could get by with some other help. That's it. Let me do my list. Let me do my list. I said get by. It wouldn't look the same, but get by. At number 5, I have Mahomes. Matt, you said it already. I mean, there would be nothing without him right now. He's been making some miracles happen.
He's like leading rusher
Number
for the team every week.
Yep. Number 4, I have Dak. Same reasons. I mean, that man is. They have no defense, and Dak just goes out there and just lights it up. Throwing to Pickens, doesn't have a CD Lamb, still lighting it up. Number 3, I have Kyle Shanahan.
All right.
That you can't. That's bullshit, bro. He's not a player, Spencer.
Kyle Shanahan is MVP of the Niners.
I refuse to accept.
Okay.
Yeah, pick a quarterback. Pick one of those quarterbacks.
That's what I've got for you.
Who do you think?
Number 2, I have Josh Allen.
sub Mac Jones for Spencer's number 3.
No, it's not Mac Jones. It's Kyle Shanahan. It's Kyle Shanahan. I'm driving home a point. They can do it with anybody. Like you said, Kyle, they can make a monkey or a bag of bricks work that offense. You want to give someone their flowers. I'm here to give Kyle Shanahan his flowers. And I hate
clearly.
the fucking 49ers.
We didn't ask who your coach of the year picks
by
were.
the 49ers this
week. Hey. Not too much on me. Number 2, I have Josh Allen. At number 1, I think you guys are fucking crazy, bro. My number 1 is Baker. The fact that you guys have him so low, I think, is wild. That motherfucker goes out there every week and just fucking, bro, he is balling. He's got receivers hurt in and out. His best receiver is a rookie. And that motherfucker he's got what, 3 or 4 game-winning drives? Like, it's at the point where when I see Baker with the ball and a minute left to win the game, I say that's a game they're gonna win.
I say the same thing about JG, but yeah, I mean,
I do, bro. Feel like Baker does not do as much for his team as maybe a Josh Allen does on offense. I also don't think he's doing as much for his team as a Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. Like
Josh Allen made it work with fucking farm wide receiver. Like he had that shit.
And I think
he's turned Khalil Shakir into a wide receiver 1.
Baker's not like a mobile quarterback that can just like on like he's a scrambler, right?
He does move. He can
scramble, but he's not like Josh Allen where he can just go get you a first down anytime he needs to with his legs.
I'm watching Baker against the Texans run for 20 yards, get hit, look hurt, and then
I saw that when he flipped around a little bit.
And then remember he's got to talk shit and get up and talk that shit. Baker.
That's why he's in my top 5.
Kyle's going to hate this, but I love Baker Mayfield ever since he planted his fucking OU flag at Ohio State. So that was endearing to me. Baker was all right in my book when he did that. I like Baker, bro. And the thing about it to me, Spence, when you talk about these top 5s, they're kind of interchangeable, man. Like it's such a close, like we're 5 weeks in. It's such a close race between any of these guys. Like it could go to anybody, right? Like it just depends on how people play down the stretch, and the rest depends on how the rest of the season goes. But Baker's right there in the conversation.
In my eyes, it's only a 3-horse race of Baker, Josh, and Dak because they have popping offenses with terrible weapons.
I really hate the fact that it's just like I feel like there should be a best quarterback award and there should be an MVP award. I disagree. What's that? Offensive player of the year. Yeah. I just feel like it does a disservice to a player like Saquon Barkley last year. Saquon Barkley was the MVP last year. I'm sorry.
I agree.
But Saquon Barkley was 100% the NFL MVP last year. and he didn't
Cooper
win it.
Cup when he won the Triple Crown. How do
Right.
you win the Triple Crown and not win MVP?
And you're not the MVP.
Hey, can I say
Christian
something real
McCaffrey
fast?
had one.
Because
I feel like
you guys both put St. Brown in yours, and Kyle, you mentioned 2K yards for James Cook. Puka Nakua is the one who's on record for 2K yards, and he did not get on anybody's list. Non-quarterback.
Hey, that's a homer pick. That's a homer pick.
Non-quarterback Puka is the one.
That's a good shout out.
That is.
He'd be top 10.
Especially I just feel like for way too early predictions. Yeah.
And I just feel like I just see what St. Brown does for the Lions, bro. Like the blocking, the emotional leadership, the mental leadership that he does for that team, bro. Like you can't just bottle that and you can't buy that. You can't pay somebody enough to have that mentality. Like it's just the way that guy's wired, bro. He's a dog. And
he was like that. He was like that on a rookie deal. He was like that on $30 million a year.
And when we need to play, bro, he's gonna find a way to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We got Ant in the chat. He said, "Good call on Puka, motherfucker, going crazy." I agree. Puka, let me hit you with his.
Right.
Damn right. Puka's yards this season: 130, 91, 112, 170, 85. He really is going off.
Well, he's another one that just came out of nowhere, kind of in college. Like I didn't have him on my radar at college at all. Like, and I feel like I watch a fair amount of college football, and I just didn't know who he was at all.
Yep. All right, y'all want to hit the next one? Let me lay this out for y'all. This was crazy. So everything that I'm going to tell you guys I'm going to say this for legal reasons, is based off the reporting that I've come across this far. I was obviously not there to witness this firsthand. I'm just giving you the information that I've gathered from this. So over the weekend, I'll wake up, I see a notification basically that Mark Sanchez was stabbed. I'm like, what the fuck? In Indianapolis. Then I'm with hold on one sec. Ant-Man said no Matt Stafford love. Anyone want to address that real quick? No. This is a no for Stafford.
No.
Okay.
I just don't like. I don't see the statistics. He's not lighting it up, throwing 3 touchdowns a game. Like
not this year. Yeah.
No. But
plus Puka's crazy.
That could change. Yeah, and look at how much of his volume is going directly to Puka. Like.
Yeah.
Shout out Puka.
Okay. So then my friend, he's like, "What's going on with Mark Sanchez?" I was like, "I told you he got stabbed." He's like, "No, I see he got arrested." I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Damn, no one's having a worse day than." Right. So
he gets stabbed and you got locked up.
And you got arrested. You woke up handcuffed to the fucking hospital bed. So this is the story that I have understood, basically. Damn, Ant's fucking cooking right now. If Goff gets love, then Matt deserves it too.
I mean,
sure.
I feel like
put their completion.
Stafford maybe is top 10, top 15. Like, I just feel like Goff's playing at a better level than Stafford right now.
I think they're both top 5 quarterbacks right now.
Who's got more help?
Baker, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. Like, I mean,
who's got more help out of Goff and Stafford?
I would say Goff for sure. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Okay.
Goff's got better pieces around him right now.
That's going to be his point always. Is that Goff
it's the point.
JMO is great, but JMO also went for 1 catch for 9 yards, and they still got 37 points. St. Brown didn't have 3 touchdowns this game. They flipped it up. They switched it up. Like, that's what the Lions do. So, yeah, Jared Goff's never going to get the respect he deserves. I'll learn to accept that. Right now, I can't, but I'll learn to accept it.
Hey, I don't. If they win the Super Bowl, I don't think he's ever going to have to pay for a meal in Detroit again. That dude's going to get the red carpet everywhere he goes. And I feel like shout out to Stafford too, man. Stafford was a great Lion, bro. He gave the best part of his career to the Lions, man. And unfortunately, the Lions didn't reciprocate and build that team around him that they built around Goff. But the reason we've been able to build this team around Goff is because of that trade. Look at all the draft, like St. Brown, Sewell, all these guys came as of draft picks by getting rid of Stafford. So it was really a win-win for both teams, both parties. I'm happy for Stafford. He went to go win a Super Bowl. I was thrilled for him to see that.
I've
He
never
deserved
seen a
it.
bigger win-win trade, honestly. He got to go win his Super Bowl immediately, and he's still competitive even now.
Yep.
And we got to build a competitive team for the first time.
When he retires, he's only got 1 or 2 years left, bro. When he retires, we're still gonna have Goff for. I mean, Goff's in his prime, like he really is. Goff's, 30 years old, 32.
Yeah, he just turned 30. Yep.
Bro, like Goff's. So we got a top-notch quarterback in his prime. They got him for the twilight of his career. Yeah, they got a Super Bowl, but we got a shot to go win 2 or 3.
In the interest of time, I'm gonna read this last message from Ant, and I'm gonna finish this Sanchez story. He said both can be true. They both deserve the flowers.
That's fair.
I think we all
we all
agree with that.
True.
That's fair.
Okay.
Thanks, Anthony.
So the story that I've gathered about this Mark Sanchez thing, Mark Sanchez got there a day early. He's calling the game on Sunday. He's there, I believe, on Friday night, hanging out. Now, you don't have to get there till Saturday, but he apparently wants to go drink in Indianapolis. So
it's a good town to drink in if you've never been.
I have not. He is drunk as hell. He comes outside. Apparently, there is a 69-year-old grease collector that is basically blocked his car, and he's collecting the grease from the bars. That's his job. This man is 69 years old, if I've gotten that correctly. He's collecting the grease from the bars. He's blocking him in. Mark Sanchez wants him to move so that he can get his car out. He says, no, I can't do that. I have a job to do. I got to finish this first. Mark Sanchez becomes irate and tries to he's doing sprints, running around because he's upset. So a lot of people think that Mark Sanchez was on coke, because what kind of behavior caused you to do this? Now you're trying to get in the car and move the grease collector's truck for him, and then they come to blows with it. The grease collector has to pepper spray Mark Sanchez, which does not stop him until he is forced to, at that point, stab him. And if you've seen pictures of the grease collector in the hospital, this guy is fucked up. Mark Sanchez did a number on him. Now, all I'm thinking about is at 69 years old, working in Indianapolis, collecting grease. I'm sure you think that you've seen just about everything that you could ever see. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm wondering, when you put your utility belt together for the day and you're like, all right, I got my pepper spray, I got my knife, I'm out here to go collect grease at midnight. Did you ever think that Mark Sanchez was going to be the person that you had to stab? Like, that was probably not on anybody's bingo board. I think that is insane.
That's quite a story,
Mark Sanchez clearly had his CTE in full blown effect going. That is.
I think he's what, like, he's 38 years old and he's behaving that way, man. That's kind of crazy to me, bro. You're a grown ass man out there acting like that. Like, you can't just wait 10 minutes to let this man finish his job. Like,
he told the grease collector that he talked to, I think it was the hotel or bar owner, and they told him that he could tell him to move the truck. That's a fucking lie. Like, he was out there drunk and belligerent.
I mean, it sounds like typical white male entitlement, bro. Like, the dude should have just chilled out for 10 minutes and sat down and, smoke a cig or go back inside, get another beer. Sounds like he probably could have got a cup of coffee or something, would have did him some good.
Yeah, it sounds like Sanchez needed those 10 minutes is what
probably
I'm thinking.
Did not need to drive, yeah.
But I did see that the guy is actually suing Sanchez, and he's suing Fox as well.
Oh shit.
So and dude, how are you gonna go try to beat up an old man twice your age, bro? What kind of fucking man are you? Like, that's despicable to me, man. Like, that's like you beat, dude. If somebody fucked my dad up like that, we'd have a fucking problem. I'd be coming for Mark Sanchez's ass, because that's my dad's that guy's age, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That's ridiculous, bro. I think Sanchez should be ashamed of himself. He should be fired. He should not be on TV anymore, and he should have to go to. Yeah, he should have to go to rehab, man. The guy needs to get his life together, bro, because nobody should be acting that way in society, man.
I would not
Man.
want to fucking. Mark Sanchez is still having problems fucking making. That was his issue as a quarterback. You didn't make the right decision. I wouldn't want to fuck with the. I wouldn't want to fuck with the grease collector at fucking 2 a.m. Like,
we're
bro,
talking-
you fuck with a grease collector at 69. This nigga's scared of nothing.
We're
Seen
talking about a
everything.
guy right now who his all-time highlight is the butt fumble, Spencer. Like,
Yes.
that guy is
Fumble
going to go
that
down
shit.
in history as the perpetrator of the butt fumble. Like, and now this is added to his legacy as the idiot who got stabbed while accosting a 69-year-old man.
Grease
Like-
collector.
I think we gotta hit the comments back real
yes,
quick before
yep,
you keep going.
I was gonna say, yep. I want to read the comments, and then I want to make a serious point about this. Let's hit the comments though. So Chad said, "Motherfucker was on camera doing sprints in the alley." ... Wasted.
Cue the GTA meme.
Ant said, "Not to mention the grease collector did not have his hearing aids in on the record."
On the record,
couldn't even
he
hear
didn't
you,
have
bro.
his hearing aids in, bro.
Oh my-
That's
I can't
so bad.
This motherfucker got stabbed by fucking what's his name? Who is that fucking or I guess he couldn't see. I was gonna say by Daredevil. Motherfucker fought grease collector Daredevil. Chad
Wow.
said cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Fuck your
okay, so
couch.
here's the thing that I wanna make in a more serious aspect of this whole situation, right? Because I don't know if you guys were seeing the stuff as it comes in, right? Basically all the social media before it got announced that actually Mark Sanchez was the aggressor. Saw a lot of fucked up shit on there. Saw a lot of stuff about, oh yeah, this is why we need immigration. Or you get fucking at Dan the Kitch on Twitter, who is, I guess, a big name. This motherfucker said Sanchez or anyone being stabbed downtown Indy should not be a surprise. We have a ton of fatherless and armed African kids descending on downtown Indy
God.
every weekend. If that offends you, F off, as the chief of police, Bailey, and Rev Harrison have told you this. This is where we are as a society right now. You see Mark Sanchez get stabbed, and before having any information, this is an immigration problem. This is a black people being violent problem. We don't have any idea what happened. And now it comes out motherfucking that it's Mark Sanchez trying to whack a fucking grease collector in an alley. That's the problem. Once again, fucking dangerous ass white people are the ones fucking this shit up. And we want to say it's everybody the fuck else. And it's
I really
so
thought
bad.
I saved that in my drafts. I didn't realize I posted it. My bad.
And it's so bad. You've got Jason Whitlock, of all people, who quote tweeted this and said, "Dan, I grew up in Indy. I'm quite aware of the problems in Indianapolis. Misapplied in the Sanchez situation. I'm a supporter. Nothing wrong with being wrong." Like, people need to understand that. And this guy has not deleted his tweet, and he's doubled down on these things about how India has a problem. When you, regardless if the problem is legitimate or illegitimate, when you use the wrong situation as the example of your problem, it undermines your entire argument.
Oh, it's a dangerous narrative, Spencer. It's one I vehemently disagree with. I think it's just like, Trump coming out and saying, Haitians are eating the dogs in Springfield, Ohio. Like, it's this just same old MO that's been kind of woven for centuries, man, of white supremacy, blaming problems on other people, of people of color or people that are different from you. I mean, it's just so easy to play the victim, and that's what it is to me. It's white people seem to be so engaged and so excited to like play the victim sometimes. It's like, oh, the crime is out of control, and no, it's not, bro. I go to downtown Detroit all the time. It's perfectly
It's
safe.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been to. You live in Chicago. Are you paying attention to what's happening in Illinois right now with
I am.
National Guard troops in the streets and all this nonsense? Like, did you guys need that?
No.
Not in the least bit. Like, it just makes it worse. Like, it's just stoking hate and division at a time when everybody says let's turn down the temperature, but like the actions are completely misaligned with what you're saying with your words.
It makes me wonder, as not that I fucking speak for all black people, but as a black man, how are we supposed to come together when as soon as something happens with having no facts, boom, it's my fault? It's someone that
It's
looks
just
like me as well.
assuming. Yeah.
And it turns out it's fucking Mark Sanchez drunk, probably on coke, out here trying to fight grease collectors.
Yeah.
Like, the
Yeah,
last
you
thing I
got a
want to say
point.
on this, which some more levity. He's supposed to call the game on Fox, right?
Yeah.
What position do you think that you're in if you're the fucking the guy he was gonna call the game with or the substitute? Do you bring it up? Hey, we just here at Fox want to wish Mark
they
Sanchez
did.
a happy recovery. Did they?
They did. They brought
What'd
it
they
up.
say?
Brady
What did they say?
Quinn took his place, and they just said we wish Mark Sanchez and everyone involved in the incident all the best, and they're in our thoughts and prayers. They made a statement on it.
Damn.
They didn't say why he wasn't there, but they just said Mark was involved in an incident last night. So they brought it up right at the beginning of the broadcast.
We want to wish the grease collector a full recovery as
Bro,
he collects
Yeah.
his checks.
I hope
Hopefully his hearing aids come back to him.
Hey, I
in
hope
one
that grease
piece.
collector gets paid from the situation, and Fox has to pay him a few million or something, man. Because
Bro, at 69, I hope he gets to retire.
yeah,
Man,
exactly.
You'd love to say that number.
And honestly, bro, like I don't know how Sanchez makes it out of this, man. I mean, that's pretty I'd be very embarrassed.
Oh,
yeah, that's bad.
without Remy.
Absolutely.
That's very bad for your brand, for everything.
Yeah, that's a bad look.
Yeah. So, and it's not even my turn for this, but that was going to be it's not the topic for that, but that's basically my all due disrespect for this week too, is everybody that jumps to conclusions like that, and fucking specifically Dan Dakich. Fuck you, Dan Dakich.
Fuck that guy, man.
Fuck that guy. Kyle, hit us with these questions of the week.
All right. Give me 1 sec just to load my stuff up.
Unprepared.
So this was a toughie. I had to give 3 last week, so I had to come up with 3 new ones. But
Chad said Sanchez becomes a Republican. That's how he gets out.
That's fair, Chad.
He'll end
can't
up on
beat him,
Kill
join him,
Tony
right?
in 6 months.
Yeah, right.
Motherfucker's about to go on a Kyle Rittenhouse fucking tour.
Yeah.
Yikes.
All right, so we're gonna go back to sports for the first question of the day.
Yeah.
If LeBron got into the NBA in the mid '90s, would MJ have ever played baseball or retired so soon? And would the GOAT conversation be easier to differentiate?
Matt, I'm gonna let you start with that one, dog.
I mean, yeah, it'd be easier to differentiate because you'd have head-to-head comparison, of course.
Sure.
And I mean, would he have went and played baseball? Probably. I would say, yeah, probably, because that was a more of a result of the organization's dysfunction and the infighting between Jerry Krause and Phil Jackson and Jordan. I mean, you saw The Last Dance. That's when he went and played baseball. Like, so I don't know. I feel like he probably would have still made that hiatus, but we would be having a better idea of, who's the GOAT. But it's always going to be Jordan in my eyes because we just never had that head-to-head comparison, and it's a great hypothetical question. And I have a ton of respect for LeBron too. I'm a huge LeBron fan. Spencer and I have argued about this for hours, and we'll never agree, I don't think. And we'll die like that, and that's fine. We'll agree to disagree. But Spencer didn't grow up watching Jordan. Like, I tell that to my kid too. Like, I've been your age. You've never been mine. Like, I grew up watching Jordan in a different era, and saw a lot of games and a lot of plays that you didn't see. You see the highlights, but Jordan was just unbelievable in his prime, and so was LeBron too. But 6 titles is hard to argue with.
Yeah, true.
Like you said, I never was watching him as it happened. I've just seen highlights and documentaries and stuff like that. Here's 3 things I want to say. 3, because I was holding this, it looked like 2. The first one I want to say, yes, we definitely would have a better understanding of what it was. And to further that, not only because we'd have that head-to-head, but I think personally that half of the reason that Jordan is so big is because the shadow and the aura of Jordan has grown over the last 20 years. I think that if you're seeing another player out here duking it out with him right now, that doesn't give you time to romanticize the greatest player you ever saw 20 years ago. There's people right now that no matter, someone could come out here and win 10 rings. People Matt's age and older are going to say, I saw Jordan and that was crazier than that. It's the opposite of recency bias. That legend has grown so long. Some people will never give it up.
It's almost like lore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If Bron had played then, not only would he have the head-to-head, there wouldn't have been time for that legend to grow. They'd have been right in the middle of it. The second thing is, I believe that Bron could. I know he plays in a soft era now, and he does flop and shit now. But I think that he could have played back then. That's just my personal opinion. That's subjective.
I also don't think he would have been able to play to this age. Like I think one of the reasons he's had this much longevity is he's also not taken the beating that Jordan took in his early in his career.
Well,
Jordan used to get bodied, bro. Well,
but he also he spent so much money.
You didn't tell me Michael Jordan didn't?
Mike came in when half the Bulls team was on coke. Like, no, Mike was one in the era where people
told him, no,
shit.
I don't want none of that. He told him cut that shit out. Mike changed that culture.
But what I'm saying is that that era was less skilled. They every time you talk to someone who, like in the old guys, it's not, oh yeah, I'd have crossed them up. It's I'd have beat the shit out of them. Like it was it was more physical. Era. Yes,
I think to say it was less skilled is almost disrespectful, bro. It was that definitely more physical, but I think the game required just the same level of skill as it does now. Like, if anything, I think there's less skill now because there's more freestyling with it. Like,
I was gonna say there was less style.
Yeah.
Maybe not less skill, but less style. There was less free.
There's less hot dog in it back then than there is now.
The reason you can do fucking more freestyling is because the seventh man on the bench has more fucking skill.
And because they've made it that much better for the offense. They have made the rules better for the offense the same way for the NBA that they have for the NFL. And
one thing I will say too, I feel like LeBron and Luka could win a title this year. I'm actually really excited to watch them play this year. I'm excited to watch LeBron play. And
don't get Spencer going there.
Like the level he's playing at, the level LeBron is playing at right now is still unbelievable at 42. And Luka is the next generation's like big superstar. And I think the two of them together, with a year of practice and a year of like connection and communication under their belt, they're going to be really good. And LeBron is going to inspire and make sure Luka starts working on his body the way that LeBron does. Like, that's one of the reasons they traded him there, is so he could learn from LeBron. And you know, that was one of the biggest knocks that Dallas had on him, is he didn't take care of his physical the way they wanted him to. So
I would love a magical year like a
Magic 2020 bubble year.
No, like a Magic and Kareem kind of a combo. The old man and the young man get it done.
Did you ever watch that Winning Time, the Rise of the Lakers dynasty?
I did.
That's a great show, bro. You gotta watch that one.
I watched the first season. It's so good.
The last thing I want to say about to answer your question, Kyle, is the fact that, and I can only take this man at his word because there's lots of speculation, but according to Jordan, that motherfucker got burnt out and needed some time off. LeBron grew up and played during the social media era with everyone telling him his whole career that he was never going to be Jordan. That motherfucker is definitely mentally tougher than Jordan and would have kept playing.
I don't know about. All right.
Jordan would have taken time off. LeBron would have kept going.
All right. Yeah. Well, there's also.
What's your next question, Kyle?
No. There's the conspiracy of Jordan taking. I didn't even really get to give my answer yet. So I'm gonna go.
The gambling and his dad. I know.
Yeah. Right. He's got the gambling.
I said I can only take him at his word.
And he. Yeah. Right. If he had LeBron staring him in the taillights, like he would have kept playing through 2003, 2004, 2005. He would have never gone to baseball because he would have been like, there's another motherfucker I need to beat. There's another motherfucker I don't have receipts on, you know? And MJ was all about those receipts. He wouldn't have left basketball if he had somebody like LeBron breathing down his neck
Kobe
as the next GOAT while he was playing.
Kobe. Literally Kobe while he was there still.
Kobe didn't get drafted until 98, the year he decided to leave.
Okay, and then he came back, and Kobe and him played at the same time for a short period of time.
Right. He would have never left. He would have never left if LeBron was there in 95 and he already had a new established rivalry. That's what I'm saying.
I think that Jordan is
because
bigger
I
on
think that his dad was what made him leave.
I think that Jordan is bigger on protecting the legacy of Jordan now than he was when back then. That Last Dance documentary got
All the more
greenlit
reason
when
for him.
Jordan greenlit that documentary when LeBron won in Cleveland. I think that the closer LeBron gets to him now after being the king for so long irritates him more now than it would have back then.
I
Dude,
think it's just. I think we really just need to start having like a different conversation and just like start talking about like the Mount Rushmore of basketball or something.
well,
Because I just feel like
that's where I'm at too.
the two
Like
generations are never going to agree on this. Like it's
and
not going to happen.
I will, out of longevity, I will give the crown to LeBron as the best basketball player ever. I'm not saying that that MJ is better than him at this point. All I was trying to argue is, would that have gone differently had they played at the same time? Would we be saying MJ is better if they played at the same time?
Yes.
Chad said Kobe came in when Jordan was almost retired. I
Yeah.
understand that.
So that's basically like if it was
Jordan
the
didn't
middle
have
of his
his Larry
career
Bird,
where he was in
like
the
Magic.
middle of his run, basically 95, the year he basically didn't win in the 90s, one of the only years he didn't win in the 90s. If LeBron comes into the league that year and starts giving him runs, is he going to stay longer in the NBA? I think yes.
I think he would have been more motivated. Sure. Yeah. I think you think you're absolutely right. It's like Magic and Larry Bird, like in the '80s. Like they definitely
Fueling
pushed
each
each
other.
other. They definitely
Absolutely.
motivated each other. They hated each other. Like
Yeah.
Shit, my
so.
goat done fucking seen multiple empires rise and fall, but not just one. Question 2, Kyle.
All right.
Let's just
Question
do
number 2.
let's just do one more. I know you have 3, but let's just do one more for time.
All right. All right. Yeah, let me run this one. ESPN is giving you 1 hour of airtime to debate one viral topic. Which topic do you choose today? Let's say, like, what's your number one viral topic that you want to bring up on ESPN and debate? Let's say you're
Do I get to pick who I
debating.
debate?
Let's say you're debating Skip Bayless.
That's all I want. All I want in this world.
I
is to
know
debate.
it is. I know.
All I
That's
want in this
why I
world
chose
is
him.
to have this exact same argument we just had with Skip Bayless. Me
What do you
versus
want?
Skip, LeBron versus Jordan. That's all I
You
want.
want LeBron versus Jordan against Skip?
That's all I want. Oh shit, we might have just lost Matt.
Matthew, no.
Yep. Yeah, all I want is Braun versus Jordan with Skip.
Man.
I would consider that the crowning achievement of my sports journalism career. What about you?
Man, all I want to do is sit here and talk about Jared Goff with you.
Is that it? You want
No,
you
I'm
versus
kidding.
me on ESPN about Jared Goff?
That would actually be that would go hard. Now that you mentioned that, yeah, that is actually what I want.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would fight anybody against Dan Campbell was going to be my other answer. Like, I would fight Max Kellerman or anybody who's talked shit about them in the recent years on the Lions, but also like our Jared Goff GOAT talk would be hilarious on ESPN.
Okay, I'm with that. Let's
How
drop.
about you, Matt?
Let's why don't you ask me the last question just to see if he pops back in or not?
All right. All right. Let's go with this one. So, if Travis Kelce retires this season,
Yeah.
what's his next career move? Coaching, talking head, movie career, or acting, or movie career in acting, or full Taylor Swift traveling
one.
husband.
I think at least for like a year or 2 years, yeah.
He's
He'll
just
still be
gonna
on like
run
new heights. I could see him getting into
outside of
acting
new
or
heights.
talking head, but I could see him getting into either one of them or both because there's no reason he can't do both. But I think
the one thing we're not going to see him in is being a coach. he will never be a coach.
No.
Like, kudos to what he's done in his career, but like that hot-headedness is not going to get you a coaching job.
It depends. Oh, we got him back. Welcome back, sir.
Yo,
Hey.
you know my shit died.
I was wondering. I was wondering.
All right, so just to ask you, Matt, what do you think is going to happen when Travis Kelce retires? Is he going to become a is he going to become shit? Here we go. Is he going to become a coach? Is he
I'm
going to
still
become a
here.
talking head? What's up?
I said I'm
All
still
right.
here.
Oh, yeah. All right. Is Travis Kelce, when he retires, going to become a coach, a talking head, an actor, or a full-blown Taylor Swift traveling husband?
I think like all of the above. I feel like he's probably gonna do a little bit of everything. Like I definitely see him like getting into acting, even though he's terrible. Um, his brother has no business being on Monday Night Countdown either. His brother's awful on
Oh
television.
wow.
Um,
Hey,
I'm just saying that out loud.
is your camera working?
Yeah, I just turned my camera off just to keep my battery from dying
Okay.
again.
Okay.
But no, I feel like he's got a better like acting career ahead than Jason, but and I mean, the guy's living the dream, bro. Like, he married Taylor Swift. I mean, he got pretty lucky with that one. He punched up in weight class with that one for sure, dude.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the biggest one I can't see him in is coaching. Like
No,
he,
I don't think anybody would take him seriously.
no. Last question of the night. Why not? What sport would Shohei Ohtani dominate outside of baseball? What's the
Ping
number one
pong,
sport? All right.
That's so
All
table
right.
tennis.
I was gonna say you picked your choice very wisely. Didn't take any time to figure that one out.
I mean, no, it's the hand-eye coordination, man.
Okay. I
I'm gonna
said
give the
golf.
guy. I'm gonna give the guy. Yeah, same. I'm gonna say golf. I think he could channel that power swing into something fierce.
I can't
But yeah,
imagine
table
him.
tennis. Good job there, Matt. No, I'm
Just
kidding.
hopefully he's got a better translator, man.
I cannot imagine him playing football or basketball or hockey.
No, never.
No.
Could you see him catching a ball? Pause.
What about curling? And you're like pushing the thing down the ice,
Maybe bro, he'd be too powerful. He'd just
right?
smash that thing.
He is a
Yeah.
phenomenal baseball player, though, man. I don't recall like a guy that can pitch and hit, at the level that he's doing. I mean, it's like Babe Ruth, like was the last person that really could do it.
True. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's got that next level skill.
Matt, hit us with your I'll do disrespect, big homie.
Oh man. So my all due disrespect this week is directed at Gretchen Whitmer and the Michigan State government. I don't know if you all have read the news, but they passed a 24% tax on wholesale marijuana in the state of Michigan. And the state of California has been a blueprint for every other legal model in the United States. And there's a lot we can learn from it. And the state of California tried the same tax that they're implementing, and it actually saw a reduction in sales. It saw a 60% decrease in licenses in retail. So 60% of retailers closed and had to reset. And think about that. Like that's somebody's life savings, or that's somebody's investment that they spent to open that business and start it all up, and they're literally just shutting the doors at a loss because of a tax that was introduced. And that was really the thing that pushed everybody over the edge. So now they're trying to do the same thing here in Michigan to fulfill Gretchen's campaign promise of fix the damn roads that she made 6 years ago and still hasn't made good on. 8 years ago, I think it was now. And this was actually just really shadily pushed through here in Michigan with a very narrow margin. And I just want to give a big fuck you to Gretchen and all of the Michigan state lawmakers that voted yes for this. It's not going to be good for the industry. It's not going to generate the money that you think it is. I don't think I need to explain to you guys how percentages work, but if the overall number is smaller that you're taxing, the percentage that you're getting in tax revenue is going to be smaller too. It's just
Yeah.
not going to play out the way they think it is, and it's just a very disappointing, thing for what was a really bright spot here in Michigan. Like, we had the best cannabis industry in the United States, and
Mhm.
after this, we're going to have the highest tax rate in the United States. It's a 16% tax at the retail side, and then it's going to be a 24% tax on the wholesale side. And this is also going to be applied to vertically integrated operators. So if you own a small grow and you have a retail storefront, and that's the only product that you can sell in your storefront because you're a class C micro grower. Now you're going to be charged a 24% tax to move the product from your grow in the back of your building to the front of your store. It's
Oh
the most
shit.
asinine thing you could imagine, and it's going to do a really irreparable damage to an industry that already faces enough headwinds as it is. So my all due disrespect is directly aimed at them, and I think that it's going to be a huge mistake that we're gonna have to live through it. We're gonna have to get through it, and I give them a couple years, before they just reverse the tax and go back to the way things were. And then
So
coincidentally, Gavin Newsom actually reversed this same tax in California the same week that they're approving it here in Michigan.
oh wow.
Yep.
So let me make sure I understand this correctly. So 24% tax on the wholesalers. So what that's going to do then is make it to where the dispensaries have to pay more to get it. Who does the tax get hit on? Is it the wholesaler or on the dispensary that's buying it?
So the dispensaries have to pay the wholesale tax.
Right.
So
Okay. So
for
they're going
easy
to pay more
math,
for it. They're going to pay
yes,
more for it, and then they're going to have to charge the customers more for it. Correct?
exactly. So
It's
get
like a
ready for your
it's like a
Michigan
fucking
cannabis to go up
it's like a tariff.
25%. It is.
It's-
It is. Yep. Another way for the government to fuck us. So
and the
it's
Michigan
great.
roads have been terrible for fucking forever. They're always going to be terrible.
And they always
Yeah, they
will
ain't
be.
getting any better. Yeah.
No, and that's kind of what happens when you live in a state where it fucking freezes every year.
Yep.
It's
The water
it's
gets in
absolutely
there, it
insane to me.
expands, it breaks the roads up.
Yeah, and they
Mhm.
need to be fixed every year. But you know what? I'd rather dodge the potholes and pay 25% less than my weed. Like, that's really the trade-off I'm willing to make. Like, but no, it's just a disappointing thing, man, especially working in the industry and just seeing and knowing. I mean, there's 50,000 jobs in the Michigan cannabis industry alone. And this is definitely going to cause some damage. I'm praying that we still make it out okay, and not too many people lose their jobs, but it's not going to be good.
Yeah, that's terrible. Wow.
Well, and it's just they're playing with these levers and they don't understand the industry. They don't understand who our traffic is, like who our customer is, where they're coming from, and they don't understand that there's alternatives to coming here to Michigan to buy cannabis. Illinois is legal, Ohio is legal. Like, you don't have to drive up here to get it. They drive up here to get it because it's cheap, and now you're taking that away. So they'll stay home and they'll buy it in their home states, and it's just going to
So
drive people to the black market. Like, it's going to take people back out of the legal market, out of the dispensaries. It's going to also move people over. Like, if you get your medical card in Michigan, you'll be able to skirt all of those taxes because you'll only have to pay a 6% sales tax.
oh
So
wow.
it's going to drive people back to getting their medical cards, and they're not going to collect that tax revenue that they're forecasting and projecting. It's just crazy to me, man.
That makes sense. Kyle? All the disrespect.
Well, yeah. Back to yeah.
How do you
Uh,
that was a good one. That was
that was a
a good
very good one. I don't
Thank
know.
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know how to
pissed off.
follow that necessarily. That is aggravating. It's something I didn't even know was going on in my own state.
Come
But
on, bro.
yeah, for real, I didn't even know. My all due disrespect, taking it back to sports a little bit here. Jonathan Gannon, the Arizona head coach.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Went and got in the face of Elias DeMarcado, and gave him the business. I'm all about a coach coaching up his players and pushing them when they need to be pushed. But man, I mean, speaking from my own bias of a great head coach like Dan Campbell, I would never ever see the disrespect that was put on DeMarcado on Sunday. Like, the guy got punched in the chest, punched in the arm by his own coach, and then his coach was like, "Oh yeah, looking back at it, I feel bad about it." It's like, no, man, own up to it how you fucked up. Like, if this was actually serious to you and you actually felt bad about it, you would own up to and he did say like, "Oh yeah, I was caught up in the moment." Like, he said some of the right things, but you couldn't feel that from him. Similarly to how you couldn't feel the fire he was trying to light in his player's ass during Hard Knocks when he was like, "Did you ride the bus this morning? Did that put a fire in your belly riding the bus?" And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this guy doesn't know how to coach a team. He's not going to be able to figure it out. Clearly, the Cardinals have not done shit with him there as head coach. I mean, he's done some good things. He's put some good things into their culture, but like, Cardinals will never be the team under Jonathan Gannon. They will never do it. And he has proved that time and time again in his actions and his words. And so, all due disrespect to Jonathan Gannon, I hope you get fired at the end of the year.
Do you think he even
Damn.
makes it to the end of the year? I mean, that's really the question.
I think the Cardinals will probably give it to him. So that's why I say
Didn't they
that.
fine him? I
But
think they fined him like
they
They
fined him
did.
$100K.
$100,000.
Yeah. And like, you're totally right though, bro. Like, you can't act that way when you're the head coach, man. You can't be the one on the sideline losing your shit. Like, that just really just shows you're not ready for that job.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I felt like from the moment I saw that Hard Knocks clip, I was just like, oh yeah, this
This
guy
guy's a
doesn't know what
clown.
it's gonna take. Yeah,
No.
he doesn't quite understand it. Like,
Well, and you could
he's
tell, like,
close.
I watched them play that Thursday night game when Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison just looked like they were on completely different planets. Like,
Oh yeah.
they don't look like they want to play together. They don't look like they're having fun. Like, you can just see it. Like I mentioned earlier, the Lions, you can tell they're having fun playing together, man. You can also tell conversely when those teams are just like, man, they look miserable. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
because when a guy makes a mistake, that's the way he's treated. And albeit it was a
Mm-hmm.
bonehead mistake, but
It was terrible.
You didn't see Shane Steichen in Indianapolis going and doing that to Adonai Mitchell, who did the same fucking thing the week before, did you?
Right.
Absolutely not.
I
You don't
mean,
conduct yourself that way.
in Indianapolis, if you go put your hands on someone like that, you get stabbed by a grease collector.
To be fair,
You
you
gotta
better
say
watch
it.
out. What did that guy say? Watch out for the African kids in Indianapolis, huh?
the unfathered fucking African
Yeah,
Americans
bro. Come on, man.
descending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
descending as
Hey,
if they were coming from the north.
that being said, I'd be mad as a motherfucker if that happened to. I'd probably lose my job killing the player.
Well, I
If
think
you you
the
watch someone do
player,
that and then do it the next week.
yeah, but you can't do it on the sidelines. You can't do it on the cameras.
Yeah,
And
do it in the
anyway, like,
live
what does that
room, man.
accomplish too? Like, if you go and lose your shit on that guy, what does that accomplish? Is that guy going to go the next snap and go out there on the next play and go run hard and try to win the game for you? No.
No,
Right.
I think you probably just got to do it like how Aaron Glenn did in the Jets. He said, if we can't trust you with the ball, you're out of here, and cut
Yeah.
Xavier Gibson for fumbling that bitch.
Yeah, he needs to cut Isaiah Davis.
DeMarcado.
He needs to cut whoever else keeps fumbling. Bro, the Jets look awful. And I feel really bad for Aaron Glenn. But
Me too.
that's a whole
He's
nother
got some
He'll
topic.
time.
get there. He'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you everybody for rocking with us. I know we went a little over on time today, but appreciate everybody that hung in with us in the chat. Matt, thank you for joining us.
No, it was fun. Thank you guys. Hopefully I didn't say anything stupid.
Nah, not at all. We're gonna have to get you back on this boy again. That was a
No, it was
lot of
fun,
fun.
man.
All right. Guys, we will
Thanks,
see you
Matt.
Thanks,
on
Kyle.
Monday for the next episode. Late entry out.
Peace.
Peace.
Have a good night, y'all.